Hey YouTubers, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Jen and I like to make some YouTube videos and I'm pretty new at it, so bear with me. I am learning as I go. As a matter of fact, one of the things I'm going to be doing today is, on my own time, of course, is going to be maybe learning how to do some editing so that I can make some better content for you. Anyhow, moving along, I wanted to do sort of a part two Marshall's haul, and it is my part one Valentine's Day haul was Valentine's Day themed, and this is not a super huge haul. It does have a focus on kitchen cookware, and I do have two items that are Valentine's Day themed. And then the other items are just I guess kitchenware themed, with no particular holiday, I guess, in general. Anyways, whatever, you guys will see. And I have to admit, before I made this video and as I was thinking about making the video, I wanted to, I don't know why I didn't think to check beforehand, but you know, as you may or may not have heard, one should be careful about the type of cookware that you use when it comes to cooking, because there are certain materials that are toxic and can actually release toxins into your food, and it's very unfortunate. And it's just crazy to me that people would even sell items that would release toxins into your food. And unfortunately, before I purchased the items that I purchased, I did not do any research in terms of what materials are safe. I thought like I had heard that stainless steel is good, that cast iron was good, and I thought that I knew that basically those two types of materials were fine. And so when I placed my order at Marshall's, I thought that I was totally safe in ordering cast iron and ceramic, because that was another one that I thought was fine. Once I actually received the items, for some reason, I just thought to double check online. And unfortunately, I did hear that cast iron pans with any type of coating, and also Teflon, that those are not ideal because they tend to contain things like elements like lead, and also metals and stuff are not I guess it depends, but it's like a little bit complicated. I haven't done super in-depth research, but I did read something that said like, oh, maybe consider like you might want to avoid items that are produced in China, which I think is like really difficult because let's be honest, like I feel like 99% of our consumer goods are actually produced in China. So it's really challenging. Anyhow, I don't want to turn this into a whole speech or spiel, but I couldn't in good conscience show the items that I purchased without just encouraging you to do your research when it comes to any type of items that people are promoting or selling in stores or promoting online. Don't just assume that everything is safe like I kind of did. And actually, when I did some quick research online today, I also learned that the brand Le Creuset, I guess there have been studies that have shown that they are one of the worst brands that actually puts out the most lead into your food. So I was really disappointed to read that because I actually have a massive Le Creuset, like the biggest one that they sell. I think I paid like $500 for it a couple of years ago, and I use it often, and so I was really disappointed to read that it gives off so much lead. I don't know. I guess I have to like look into it a little bit further and check out the source. But the site that I read that on is a site called, it's called tamararubin.com. It is spelled T-A-M like Mary, A-R like Robert, A-R like Robert, U-B like boy, I-N.com. And she actually shows like what products are lead-free, and I guess she's a mother, and this stuff is particularly important to mothers who might be breastfeeding and stuff like that. But I think in general, like, we should always be aware of what we're putting into our bodies. Anyways, I know you came here to see what I got at Marshall's, but as I mentioned, I couldn't in good conscience just start showing the things that I got. I gotta be honest, I'm actually considering returning these items until I just want to feel like comfortable, and that the products that I'm using to cook with are safe. I think that's very, very important. So anyways, this is the first item that I picked up. It is a heart-shaped cast iron frying pan, and yes, it does have that enamel coating. This product is made in China, and it is the brand Smith Clark, from, I think it says From Works. It's the 9-inch, 22.8, I think it says, centimeter pan. I thought it was very adorable. This is the thing that actually drew me to it. As you can tell, I love Valentine's Day. I love hearts. I love the colors pink, reds, all those Valentine's Day colors, primarily pinks and reds. And so that's what encouraged me to pick this up. It is a very pretty color. It's like, I don't know if you can tell online, but it's got like a pink glitter coating, paint or whatever on the outside. So I thought it was very cute, but I have to do some research. If you're curious about the price point on this one, and you're not someone that's too concerned about the health stuff, and you just want to get it, or maybe just want to use it as decor or whatever, this one was $14.99, and I recently picked it up at Marshall's on the website. In terms of craftsmanship, it's not perfect, I would say. It's also a very low price point, but you can see, so what I'm saying is, I wouldn't have super high expectations in terms of the craftsmanship because of the price point. But you can see it's the trim is not perfectly done. But yeah, it is aesthetically, it's a very cute pan. Whether or not this is actually safe to cook with is a whole different story. If you're interested in a video on safety of cookware, I would be happy to look into that and maybe make a video on what I've learned, what I'm able to learn, and share that with you folks. So that is one of the, actually I'm going to stick this one over here, one of my Valentine's Day pans that I picked up that, again, to be clear, I may or may not be keeping. And the next one is another cast iron pan, pink, same, it's the same color, and it is a heart-shaped Dutch oven, and that's what it looks like. It's actually by the same exact brand, and I'm going to show you the lid here. This is the lid. It's got this gold lid here. That's what the inside of the top looks like, lid. And here's what the inside of the pan looks like. And I really wish that these pans were not, I wish that we knew that they were totally safe, because they're so cute and the price point was very friendly. But as you heard with the Le Creuset that I have, apparently price doesn't always mean anything. And one thing that I thought was really interesting is I always assumed that Le Creuset was made in France or like Europe somewhere, but that's not true. Here, let me share the price of this one first. Sorry, so this one is $39.99. If you're interested in this one, and this is also you can cook. It says induction ready, broiler safe. You must hand wash it, so it cannot go in your dishwasher, and it's oven safe up to 450 degrees, according to them. And let's see. It's got one of those California, I'll read it to you, California AB 1200 chemical disclosure. And it does say this product contains chromium, don't know what that is, manganese, nickel, copper, phosphorus, and iron. So for those of you that are knowledgeable about cookware, maybe you can share something in the comments with me about what that means, because I really don't know off the top of my head. But anyhow, this is the second pan. Again, aesthetically, it's super cute, but safety-wise, I'm not sure. I could certainly look into it and get back to you guys if you're interested in that kind of thing. So, I was talking about price point of things, and a couple of other items that I picked up, which are not Valentine's Day themed, but they are just cookware themed, as I mentioned earlier on. I picked up this Le Creuset baking dish because actually there's a story behind why I picked up this ceramic one, which is that I recently, like a couple of months ago, made an apple crisp. That's what it was. I made an apple crisp in a metal square, a pan just like this, but it was metal. And one thing that I noticed, which I really didn't like, is that my food, the apple crisp, I'm very sensitive to taste. And I often I don't like canned, like things that are in food that's canned, because I can actually taste the metal, which some people might just think is like totally crazy, but I can taste it, and I don't like that. Anyhow, when I cooked the apple crisp, I noticed that the apple crisp actually tasted like metal, and it was, to me, it was just so strong and just off-putting. I did not like it. So I wanted to replace my metal baking dish with something that, where I wouldn't have that issue. And, I also recognize, like, that can't possibly be good for you if you're tasting metal in your food, right? So I thought I would replace it with this baking dish that I found on Marshalls.com. And I assumed that this brand, Le Creuset, was like top tier, and that this brand, is probably made in France or Europe somewhere, Germany or something. Although Le Creuset, but I'm just saying, I know it's a French brand, but like I assumed it's produced somewhere in Europe. Not the case. So for this one, I was looking at it. Once I read online about how they were saying that Le Creuset actually was one of the brands that actually gives off the most lead, I decided to check this label and see where this pan was made. And so this pan is actually made in Thailand, which I can't imagine is much better than being produced in China. So I thought that was interesting. And so I don't know what to do now, because I'm not sure what really matters. Is it the price point? Is it literally like, how do you check these items to make sure that they are actually safe to cook in, I think I just sort of always assumed that if I paid a lot of money for a pan, that meant it was safe. But I don't think that's the case. So it's kind of disappointing. I need to do some more research on that to figure out what I want to hold on to and what I don't, if any of these items at all. But yeah, if you're interested in this Le Creuset pan, I will share the price point with you. This one, This one was $19.99, and I don't know how much it normally is. As you know, when you buy stuff from Marshalls, it's usually cheaper than what you would pay in store. So that's that one. And then I also got this one, which is very similar. Let's see. Okay, 20. Yep, so this next one was $29.99, also a Le Creuset. And let's see. Oh, I think it says the size in the front. Sorry. So it says it's 9 3/4 by 6 5/8 inches. It's 1.5 quarts. I thought this was a bit small. I thought this was much bigger, or at least double the size. I didn't realize that it was going to be so small. So regardless, I'm definitely not keeping this one. I don't think it's worth the price point, and it's just too small. So that is that. And then, if you didn't think that news was bad, oops, I picked up, because I love Hello Kitty. So this is like a little bit more Christmas themed. But this is by the Hello Kitty brand, the official brand. I don't know how to pronounce it. It begins with an S. Serio. I don't know how to pronounce that. Anyways, I thought it was a very cute baking dish, to like make brownies in or something like that. It's got like the little Hello Kitty on skis. I thought it was adorable. It's got a nice, pretty blue trim and little Hello Kitty there with the penguin and the 2 trees and the snow. It was $10 online. It's made in China. It says you can cook up to 400 degrees. It is dishwasher safe and microwave safe. But in terms of material, it's obviously ceramic with that enamel coating. But I think until I do my research and I find out what's actually safe, I don't know what I will be keeping. I think the fact that it's made in China, I probably will not, unfortunately, very sadly, not be holding on to this one. Unless maybe I keep it for chips or something. But if I can't bake in it and I can't cook in it with peace of mind, I don't really see myself holding on to something like this, because I have plenty of other plain bowls and stuff that I can throw chips in. So anyways, I'll be honest, I was kind of disappointed to find this out about the cookware, but and I'm also noticing something else about this pan here. I'm going to show you guys. This is the heart-shaped one. Just noticed it's actually got, because I would want to know stuff like this here. I'm just noticing that there is a chip, or I don't know if that's a chip. What is that? A chip or some sort of imperfection in the paint there. So again, it's not a super expensive pan, but for $40, I mean, you have to decide if this stuff is worth it for you or not. But I thought I would point that out because I would want to know stuff like that. I'm sure it's probably just that particular one, but I think it does say something about probably the craftsmanship of that brand or that item. So so anyways, I hope you found this video informative and honest. I don't ever want to promote something that I don't think is not healthy, or I don't ever want to be somebody who's not transparent, who's just going to promote stuff just to promote stuff, So these are things that I would want to know, and unfortunately I did not do any research before ordering these items, but I think maybe I will probably maybe do some research on cookware. And it's just tough, because I feel it just feels like almost everything is bad for you, and you just where do you draw the line, I don't know. Even the expensive stuff seems to be not healthy for you. So it's what do you do, But I do think it is worth paying attention to cookware, especially because like you would be having so much exposure to it, you know, if you're eating, you know, you're eating at least once a day, if not three times a day. So, and then also like you know, some of us are feeding families and children, and health is really important. So it makes sense, I think, to look into stuff like that. Anyhow, I hope this video was helpful and informative, and let's see. I think that's probably it for today. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Bye.